vocal abilities.
Yep. Yeah, I'll get you here.
All right, good afternoon, Wildcat fans. We are in the coldest rink in District 9 in Rochester, Minnesota. Starting off against, we got Brovold, Todd, and Meyer. Rochester wins the faceoff. Schroeder gets possession. Yeah, he passes it off. Goes down to the corner. Schroeder goes down. Rochester mains. Schroeder takes his guy down. They're still battling. Rochester guy falls down. He tries to get it up to Meyer. Meyer has it. Meyer's still battling for it. He tries to get it up. Gets it up to the D. They pass it to the middle. Unable to do anything with it. Passes it back to the D. Passes back to the forward. Tries to get it to the middle. And Dixon covers it. Yeah. All right, this line we got Weigel, Barcinell, Epicor, Norberg, and Farley as the D pair. Shot on goal. Dixon covers again. All right, Rochester wins the faceoff. They try to dump it to the middle, unable to connect. He gets it up to the D. He dumps it down. Barcinell has it. He gets around his guy. He's all by himself. Wisely dumps it down to the corner. McCord going after it. He meets his guy in the middle. He has it on the boards. Still battling. Rochester maintains control. Norberg has it. He dumps it back. Battling hard. Barcinell gets it. He gets it out of the zone. Rochester regroups. He gets to the guy in the corner. He's all by himself. Good hustle by Miller. Miller gets it up to Norberg. Norberg gets it out. They keep it in the zone. Good play by Rochester. Keep it in. Norberg has it. Not able to keep control. Rochester gets control back of it. Forcia has it. He tries to chip it back to Norberg, but Miller gets it. He gets it out of the zone. That's going to be icing. All right, line staying out there. This line is Forcia, Miller, and Louis Kurtz, Dushinsky, and Schroeder on D. Forcia takes the draw. He gets it. He gets it back to Schroeder. Schroeder pins his guy up against the wall. They're battling hard. Rochester gets it. He tries to get it to the middle. Good deflection by Dushinsky. Forcia tries to get it up. Unable to do so. Dushinsky has it. He gets out of the zone to Miller. Miller's got his guy to beat. He's unable to do it. Dushinsky, a good pinch on the boards. They're still battling. Forcia chips it up. It allows people to get a line change. Rochester has to regroup. Brovold has it. He gets it back to Norberg. Norberg loses control over it. Farley tries to get it. They're still battling. Brovold has it. Farley gets it. He gets it to Todd. Unable to keep control. They're still going. Todd gets it again. He chips it back up. No one there. He gets it over. Deflects it. Norberg has it. Nice move. He's able to get it out of the zone. Ooh, Farley gets it, and yeah, that's a trip. So Rochester's going on the power play. 8:50 left in the first period. Shots on goal say 1. I think there was 2 or 3, but all right. Brovold with the draw. Todd gets it. Unable to get it out of the zone. They try to dump it back in. Dashinsky has it. He was able to dump it down. That's going to be icing. All right, we got Dashinsky, Brovold, Todd, and Meyer out there on the penalty kill. Brovold in with the draw. Brovold gets it down to the corner. Dashinsky battles for it. He tries to chip it up forward. Rochester maintains control. They try to pass it in. Oh, gets it right off the goal. Meyer's on it. The guy's skating around. Brovold gets up there. Dashinsky goes back down. He's got control over it. Got him pinned into the wall. Meyer, good deflection. He tries to chip it up to Todd. Todd gets it back to Meyer. Meyer has it. He chips it up, tries to get it to Brovold. Rochester has it. They're not ready. Oh, Rochester able to keep it in, but they get it out of the zone. Rochester regrouping. Meyer's there. Good stick. Oh, Meyer's not able to knock it out, and he gets it in. All right, Rochester with a draw. He gets it back to Norberg. Barcinelli gets it out of the zone. Goes right back to Rochester. Norberg battling for it on the boards. Rochester dumps it in. Farley has it. He tries to get it to Barcinelli. He does. Barcinelli gets it around his guy, gets it out of the zone. He races forward. Rochester has it. Weigel on the back check. Gets it to Farley. Farley whiffs on it. He does able to retain it, gets it back up to Weigel. Weigel gets it over to Barcinella. Barcinella going forward. Looks like he gets it down in the corner. Rochester has it. They try to get it out. Norberg goes over to Pinch. He keeps it in the zone, gets it back down to the corner to Barcinella. Barcinella gets it over to Pecor. Pecor tries to go around the net, unable to do so. Oh, and they score. Not sure who tipped that one in, but we'll take it. That ties it up. Rochester 1, Eagan 1. All right, Forcia goes in for the draw. Battle at the center ice. Rochester ends up getting control. They take it into the zone. Dashinsky stays on his guy, tries to push him to the outside. He passes the middle. No one's there. Kurtz has it. Rochester has number. Kurtz tries to get around his guys. And Hank's way offsides. All right, Forcia goes in for the draw. Rochester wins it, gets it back to the D. All right, that goal goes to Barcinella. All right, Dashinsky has it, gets it back out of the zone. Rochester has it. They make a move. Good stick by Kurtz. Rochester keeps control of it. Good save by Dixon. Rochester guy had a wide open. He whiffed on it. Kurtz gets it. He gets it out of the zone. He gets it up to Miller. Miller's not able to get control. They try to dump it in. Farley has it. He gets it back up front. Miller has it. He's battling hard for it. He goes down. All right, Meyer gets it. Meyer, nice pick on there. Tries to get around his guy. He still has it. They get it to the point. Farley keeps it in. Farley still has it. He gets it down in the middle. Meyer goes to the corner. Battling with his guy. Someone's got to go down there and help them. Broville goes to assist. They get it to the corner. Farley has it. Farley dumps it right back down to Brovold. He tries to get it to Meyer in the middle. Meyer misses. Rochester has control. Eagan has number. Great stick by Norberg. Gets it out. Norberg pinches his guy to the boards. They're still battling. Trying to get it out. They get it up to Meyer. They're not able to get it out of the zone. Todd has it. Todd does get it out. Gets driven into the boards. Gets pushed into the boards. They're still at it. Brovold has it. He gets it back to Farley. Farley goes around the corner. He whips it around. Tries to get it to Meyer. Rochester maintains control over it. Good stick. They still maintain control over it, though. Dixon missed it right over his glove. They dump it back down. Meyer gets it out of the zone. Rochester's going to have to regroup. They try to dump it down to the corner. Brovold has it. He gets it up to Todd. Todd has it. He tries to dump it in. He's unable to, but that gives Eagan enough time to get a line change in. Rochester moves it forward. Eagan's got numbers. Good back check by Weigel. Oh, and Schroeder almost scored on Dixon on that one, but Dixon gets the save. All right, Schroeder has it. He gets it around the net. He's looking for someone to move it up to. There's nobody there. He tries to get up to Barcinella. Barcinella is not ready for it. Get it into the offensive zone. Rochester tries to move it up. Gets it to Schroeder. Schroeder, D-to-D pass to Dashinsky. Dashinsky gets it up to Barcinella. Great passing by Eagan. Barcinella tries to dump it down. Goes right to a Rochester player. Rochester has it. He tries to dump it around the corner. Dashinsky's there. Good pinch. He gets it back in the zone. They're battling in the corner for it. Rochester has it. Goes around the net. He tries to dump it up. Farley has it. They say still onside. Rochester's able to get it out of the zone, gets it back. Farley misses it, goes to Dashinsky. Dashinsky's going around Rochester for a full line change. Egan's got time. He gets it up to Weigel. Weigel misses. Goes to the Rochester player. He tries to keep it in the zone, goes to Pecor. Pecor has it. Tries to make a move, get around his guy. He just needs to dump it in, and he does. Eagan with the line change. Good play by Pecor there, just getting it in the zone so they could get fresh legs in there. Oh, Miller has it. Farley has it. Farley's going for it. Rochester has numbers. Farley falls down. Norberg keeps it in. He gets it down into the zone. They're still battling. He loses his stick. Rochester has it. He passes to the middle. Farley gets his guy down. Hank falls down. Oh, that's going to be tripping. And there's the penalty. All right, Eagan for the first power play. We got 2:44 left in the first period. Tie scored 1-1. 4 shots on goal for Rochester, 1 for Eagan. One that mattered. We tied it up. All right, we're keeping that line out there with Miller, Forcia, Kurtz. Got Dashinsky and Schroeder as your defensive pair. Forcia on the draw. He gets it. He gets it back to Miller. Miller takes a shot just wide. Miller goes in for it. He tries to get up to the point. Dashinsky's not able to keep it in. He turns around. Tries to get it back to Kurtz, and that's offsides. All right, Forcia in with the draw. All right, Forcia has it. He tried to get over to Miller. Miller made a move to go in, but it goes to the Rochester player. Rochester on the move. He's all by himself, though. He's skating around, just burning some time. Dumps it down to the back. That's going to get it to Schroeder. Schroeder has it. Makes a nice move. Tries to dump it up. They're not there. Forcia goes after it. He dumps it right back down. Dashinsky hustling hard over to the boards. Rochester has it. He gets it back behind the net again. Schroeder goes after him. He gets it. Forcia has it. Forcia tries to dump it up to Miller. Good stick by Rochester. Great save by Dixon. Kurtz goes hard in the boards. He falls. Not able to get it out of the zone. Dixon has it. He deflects it. Schroeder goes behind the net. He dumps it up to Miller. Miller gets it out of the zone. He tries to keep control of it. He's unable to. Rochester goes and offsides. I think he was by himself, but all right, back at full strength. We got Todd, Brovold, and Meyer out. Norberg and Farley as the defensive pair. Brovold gets the draw. He gets it back to Norberg. Norberg chips it out of the zone, gets it to Meyer. Meyer tries to get it around his guy. He's unable to do so. Brovold has it. They're able to stay on side. He tries to get it to the middle. No one's there. Meyer's battling for it. He gets it back. Takes a shot. Oh, and the goalie saves a good save by Rochester. All right, Brovold on the draw. He gets it to Meyer. Meyer tries to get it to the middle. He's there. Deflection off the goalie. Gets it to Todd. Todd scores. Great heads-up play by Joey Todd. Meyer gets the puck on the net, gets the deflection, and Joey just bangs it in. That's what we like to see. Eagan takes the lead, 2-1. All right, Weigel goes for the draw. Weigel has it. She gets it back. Rochester gets control over it. Good stick by Dashinsky to get it over to the boards. He pinches his guy. Barcelona's fighting hard with his guy as well. Gets it up to the D-man. The D-man tries to shoot it in. Easy save for Dixon. Dashinsky battling hard. He gets the puck. He gets up to Barcelona. Barcelona is able to get it out of the zone, but that's going to be icing. Or unless they wait. Nope, it is icing. All right, same line staying out there. Weigel on the draw. She's looking to get it over to Norberg. Rochester gets it. Big shot. Dixon has it. Rochester still has it. Dixon, another great save. They're battling, trying to get it out of the zone. Good job on the Wildcats trying to keep that out, not letting them get a clear shot. Dixon with the stick save, gets it behind the net. Got 29 seconds left. He tries to get up to Barcinella. Deflects it, gets it out of the zone. They go around. Good move by Barcinella. He falls down. Gets it back to Farley. Farley tries to chip it over into the corner. Gets it up to the forward. They're still battling. Farley has it. He gets it up to Pecor. Rochester gets it right back. That's going back to Norberg. Norberg tries to get it around the defender, or the forward. Rochester able to dip it in. Farley going in. Rochester coming hard. And that's the end of the first period. All right, so the end of the one. 2-1 Eagan. Shots on goal, 9 for Rochester, 3 for Eagan. And we will be back. Good. All right, we are back. Beginning of the second period. Going out with Kurtz, Forcia, Miller, Dashinsky, and Schroeder. Forcia on the draw. All right, Forcia gets it. He chips it forward, but he gets it to Rochester. Deflects off Miller. Miller going hard after it. Forcia tries to get to the middle. He's unable to do so. Oh, and they're going to call a penalty on that. Cross-checking. Forcia battling hard, trying to get positioned in the middle, and the Rochester guy was not going to let him have it. All right, Eagan goes back on the power play. Same line staying out there. Forcia on the draw. Rochester gets it. He tries to dump it out. He does. That's going to be icing. All right, Eagan back at it for Sia on the draw. He gets it. He gets it back to Miller. Miller unable to get a shot off. Rochester gets control. They dump it out of the corner. That is not going to be icing. Dashinsky goes after it. He has it. He goes around the get. Good forecheck by Rochester. He gets it up to Eagan. Miller's Forcia has it. He's all by himself. He's open. Oh, good stick by. And Kurtz has a shot. Great save by the Rochester goalie. Miller's got it. He tries to dump it back to the middle. Unable to do so. Rochester has it. They're moving up. A lot of sticks going. Kurt stops it. Dashinsky gets it. He again tries to get it to Miller. Miller's unable to grab it. Rochester has control. They move it back down. They chip it in. Rochester goes in for a change. They battle for it. Forcia has it. Forcia goes around the net. Get to the Schroeder. Schroeder has it. They're going forward. He goes for it. He tries to pass it. He can't get it to Miller. Rochester has it again. Down to the net. He dumps it down into the corner. Someone's got to go after that puck. Dashinsky gets a stick on it. Kurtz tries to chip it up, get it out of the zone. Deflects off of Schroeder. Good stick by Forcia to stop the shot. Miller has it. Gets it right to the Rochester player. Forcia chips it out. There you go. And Miller gets it out of the zone. Let him regroup. Kurtz, good stick. Saves it. Tries to make a move. He's battling hard for it. That gives Eagan a good chance to get a line change. Strong move by Rochester. Gets him into the boards. Good stick by Norberg. Stops the movement. Todd goes in on the board. He gets it. He's going around. He makes a move. He spins around. Gets it up to the blue line, though. He takes a shot. That's going to deflect. Farley going hard after it. Gets it to the board. Todd has it. He's going hard. He's got Meyer to the side. He just dumps it around to the corner. Meyer battles for it behind the net. Brovold has it. He's looking for Todd in the middle. He's unable to get it to it. Makes a nice move. He tries again. Goes to Meyer. Meyer takes it back to the D. D has it. He tries to chip it in. Unable to do so. Brovold fighting hard for it. Gets it back to Meyer. Meyer has it. He makes a move. Gets around his guy. Big shot. Good stick by the defender to stop Meyer shooting. He gets it back. Meyer has it. Meyer tries to shoot it back. Todd, good move on the boards. Oh. Rochester player not happy with Todd's aggressiveness. Rochester has it. He dumps it up. Eagan unable to keep it in. Farley has it. They regroup. He tries to chip it back. Little delay of getting people in and out on that switch. Egan's able to get it back out. They're trying to regroup, and it's offsides. All right, that allows everybody to get a change in. Not sure what's going on with that line change there. All right, we got Pecor, Weigel, and Barcinella. Dashinsky and Schroeder out. They get it back to Dashinsky. Dashinsky gets it over to Schroeder. Schroeder tries to chip it up. He's unable to do so. Rochester maintains control over it. He does get his guy into the corner. Dashinsky has it. He goes around. He tries to get it up to Barcinella. He does. Barcinella tries to get it to Pecor. Pecor is not able to get it. And they're not calling icing on that. Try to get it to the zone. Egan keeps it in the zone. Barcinella able to get it over to Pecor. Pecor tries to get it to the middle. Good stick by the Rochester player. Barcinella has it. They get it to the middle. No one's there. Rochester has it. He tries to chip it over. Farley staying hard on his guy. Weigel came it over. Good back check by Weigel. They get it up to the forward. He dumps it right back down into the middle. He tries to get it to a Rochester player. Rochester's not ready for it. Pecor gets it out of the zone. That's going to be offsides. All right, another line change coming through. We got Kurtz, Miller, and Forcia. Farley and Norberg staying out there for the defensive pair. Forcia on the draw. Forcia gets it back to Farley. Farley has it. He tries to get it out of the zone. He does. Forcia going hard. He's still skating. He gets control over it. He's all by himself. Takes a shot. Good save by the Rochester goalie. Rochester has it. He makes a move. Forcia staying on his guy, battling hard. Great job by Caden. He tries to get it over to Miller. Miller behind the net. Miller tries to dump it forward. Tries to get it over to Norberg. Norberg not able to get control, just a little off. It's not going to be offsides. Farley has it. Farley gets it up to Kurtz. Kurtz gets it out of the zone. He's still battling for it. Forcia's going in hard on the forward check. Rochester has it. That allows Eagan to get it out. Bounces off Kurt's skate. Meyer going in hard for it. Good stick by Meyer to keep it in the zone. Battling hard for his guy. Rochester has it. He tries to dump it forward. Egan's not able to keep control over it. Goes back to Dushinsky. Dushinsky gives it to Meyer. Meyer's all by himself. He passes it up. Passes it to Todd. Just gets deflected. Todd has it. He tries to get it to the middle. Gets it up to their blue. No, defender's not at the line. Schroeder has it. He gets it into the zone. He's battling hard for it. Rochester still has it. Todd gets control over it. He makes a nice move to spin around. Tries to dump it forward. Can't able to do so. Goes back behind the net. Dushinsky pins his guy up against the boards. Solid play by Dushinsky. Brovold goes in after him. He tries to get it back around again. Rochester has it. He shoots it. Good save by Dixon. He gets it again. Gets it up to his defender. He tries to chip it in. Good deflection by Schroeder there. Schroeder has it. He's going down to the net. He gets it out of the zone. Meyer has it. He's all by himself. He tries to make a move. He gets around his guy. Gets down to the corner. Tries to dump to the middle. It bounces off the defender. He comes in for the shot. He misses. Norberg has it. Oh, and a good save by the Rochester goalie. And one guy going for the slap shot. He missed. It goes to another guy. He gets it to Norberg, and Norberg takes the shot. Just not able to get it through. 5:28 left in the second period. Eagan up 2-1. Weigel on the draw. Rochester wins the draw. They get it back to the defender. He tries to chip it forward. He does. One-on-one to, and great save by Dixon. Dixon, great save. Tried to run the Vegas play from last year for any of the Sq A Red fans from last year. Worked out well. Great save by Dixon, though. All right, again, Weigel on the draw. She gets it. She wins it. She gets it to Pecor. Pecor has it. He moves it over to Norberg. Norberg tries to get it up to Barcinella. Barcinella is not able to get control. Norberg gets it back up. Barcinella has it. He tries to chip it forward. It's still going. Pecor hurries. He's got it. He's got one guy to beat. Gets driven down. Pushes it over to the goalie. Weigel gets it back. She's still battling for it. Gets it over to Barcinella. Barcinella trying to chip it in. And there's going to be a penalty on something. Hooking. Going against Rochester. Eagan going back on the power play. We'll take it. All right, we're going back out with Forcia, Miller, Kurtz, Schroeder, and Dushinsky as the D pair. Forcia on the draw. All right, Forcia gets it. He tries to get it back to Schroeder, but Miller has it. He takes a shot. He's wide. He gets it to Kurtz. Kurtz, nice shot to the Miller. Miller has it. He's not sure what happened there. It looked like Miller had it in and it bounced out. One of the Rochester's players not having. He throws a punch on him. All right. Eagan going on a 5-on-3 power play here. They're discussing what they're going to do here. I still think that last one went in, but I guess we're not counting it. Doesn't matter. All right, Forcia in on the draw. He gets it over to Miller. Forcia has it, or Schroeder has it. Forcia is able to keep control over it. They're able to get into the zone. They regroup. Miller gets it over to Schroeder. Schroeder tries to get it up to Forcia, not able to do so. They chip it back down. Good stick, or good hand by Miller. Keeps it in the zone. He gets it to Forcia. Forcia tries to get it to Miller, or to Kurtz. Kurtz has it right off the crossbar. Miller has it. He tries to get it to the middle. Again, bouncing around. Eagan battling hard. Rochester trying to keep it out of the zone. He gets it to Forcia. Forcia passes over to Kurtz. Kurtz shoots. And a good save by the Rochester goalie. .358 in the second. Shots on goal, 12 for Rochester, 9 for Eagan. Brovold goes in for the draw. Rochester gets it. Myers going after his guy, trying to keep it in. He tries to dump it out. He does. That's going to be icing. All right, we got 2 seconds left on the 5-on-3. All right, Brovold goes in for the draw. Rochester gets it. They dump it back. Farley not able to keep it in. That's going down. That's going to allow the other player to get back in. Norberg has it. He whips it around the corner, gets it to Meyer. Meyer loses control over it. Oh, they're still battling. He gets knocked down. Oh, about 4 deflections. I'm not sure whose stick that went off. It wasn't even really a shot, but that gets it in. That's going to tie it up. All right, Weigel in on the draw. Rochester has it. They get it over to the Eagan player. He gets it out of the zone, but they chip it right back in. They're still battling. Gets it out of the zone. He gets it up. Of course, trying to keep it in. Barcelona sweeps in. He has it. Rochester has the number. He tries to dump it over the middle. No one's there. Jashinsky's going to get it. He's got it. He tries to chip it in. Unable. Oh, tries to deflect it. Unable to do so. Pecor has it. Tries to get it back to Jashinsky. Jashinsky keeps it in. Dumps it right back down to Pecor. Pecor going in hard. Weigel goes in to help. Still battling. Riley gets it. He gets it back. Pecor has it. He tries to chip it in. Good save by the Rochester goalie. Rochester has it. They're going hard. Good pinch on the boards by Schroeder to stop the Rochester playing. Weigel battling hard on the boards, gets it up. Barcelona tries to get it out. They do get it out. Good D-to-D pass by Rochester. They're moving it forward. Dumps it around the net. Schroeder has it. Schroeder chips it up to Kurtz. Kurtz has got it. He gets it over to Weigel. Weigel tries to chip it up to Pecor. And there's a whistle. All right. Kurtz, Forcia, Miller, Norberg, and Farley out. Rochester wins the draw. Gets over to the corner. Norberg gets it back. He chips it forward. Forcia tries to keep it in the zone. He's unable to. Rochester moving forward. He tries to get it up to his guy. He's unable to. Miller's got speed. He's all by himself. Tries to pound it in. Great save by Rochester. Good hustle by Miller. Tries to muscle a pass, but a great save by the Rochester goalie. All right, 4C is on the draw. He gets it. He pushes it forward. Rochester gets control. 4C is staying on his guy. He gets to the board. Farley keeps it in. He dumps it back down to the corner. 4C going after it. Rochester trying to get it out again. He chips it up. Farley not able to keep it in. They get it up to Norberg. Norberg goes after it. Goes all the way down. Norberg tries to chip it up to Kurtz. Kurtz has it. He tries to get it out of the zone. He's unable to do so. Norberg staying hard. Rochester chips it back down. Oh, Kurtz tries to get it to Miller. He's unable to do so. Norberg has it. Again, tries to get it, chip it up to Kurtz. Unable to get it. Farley gets it. He goes around. Again, trying to get it out of the zone. They're not able to. Rochester moves it over. Passes it over to the other D-man. They go D to D. 4C going hard. Good deflection. Oh, and I think that deflected off and a goal. All right, 3-2 Rochester. 42 seconds left to end the period. All right, Brovold in on the draw again. Rochester wins it. Meyer gets it. He goes around his guy. His guy falls down. Meyer takes a big shot. Oh, deflected by the Rochester player. Dushinsky tries to chip it in. Brovold goes back to cover. Brovold tries to get it over to Todd. Oh, Todd battling for it. Gets it back to the corner to Meyer. Meyer dumps it back to Schroeder. Schroeder shoots, goes off the Rochester defender or skate. Schroeder gets it back again. He shoots, gets up to Brovold. Oh, Todd tries to get it. Deflects off. Rochester has control. They're battling hard. Schroeder keeps it in. They're still battling for it. Brovold has it. Oh, and he skates it out of the zone. He gets it back. They're recovering. 1 second left, and it's over. All right, going into the third, 3-2 Rochester. 14 shots on goal for Rochester, 12 for Eagan. All right, we're back at it, beginning of the third period. Weigel wins the draw. She gets it back to Norberg. Norberg tries to get up to Barcinella. He's not able to keep control. They're still battling. He tries to get it to the middle, not able to connect. Rochester rushes into the corner. Farley's there. Farley falls down. They're still battling for it. Good sticks by Eagan. Stop the shot. Gets it up to Barcinella. They're able to get it out of the zone. Gets it right back to the Rochester defender, though. Oh. He goes forward. He tries to get it in. Unable to do so. Oh. Shot and goal. All right, 4C has it. He gets it up to Miller. Miller racing forward. He gets around his guy. He's knocked down. No call. They try to chip it up. They get it to Schroeder. Schroeder dumps it back into the zone. The Miller. Miller has it. Miller goes around the net. He tries to get it to the middle. Unable to do so. They're still battling to get it up to the point. Dashinsky has it. Dashinsky chips it back down to the corner. Gets to the middle. Miller tries to get his guy. He gets around him. They're skating it forward. Chips it up to the Rochester player. Good play by Dashinsky. Pushes him to the outside. Flex off Miller's skate. Again, boy, they can't let those guys stand wide open there. That's going to be disaster. They try to get it out of the zone, not able to. Shinsky has it. He pinches. They're battling hard for it. He gets it up to Forcia. Forcia tries to get it to Kurtz. Unable to do so. Rochester shoots wide. Dashinsky going after it. He tries to get it up to the Kurtz. Gets deflected. They're still battling. They shoot it up to the middle. Kurtz gets around his guy. He hurries. He's going to be all by himself. Oh, he tries to pass it over to Todd. Unable to do it. He has it again, though. Allows Eagan to get a defensive line change. They dump it back down. Norberg has it. He gets it up to Todd. Deflects off the Rochester player. Norberg goes in on the boards. Pins it in. Meyer goes in. Helps out. They're still battling. Meyer tries to deflect it. Unable to do so. Rochester gets it down. Jackson goes in. He tries to get around the corner but misses. They get it up to the middle. Joey has it. He's going to try to get it to Meyer. Meyer's really going to have to hustle to beat that one, and it's icing. All right, Brovold on the draw. He's able to get it back. They're still battling for it behind the net. Borberg has it. It's a trip.
Go! Go away!
Norberg gets tripped, and somehow he gets a penalty.
Oh, horrible thought.
Not sure how the guy with the puck gets a tripping call, but
Horrible thought.
good D pass by Rochester. They pass it forward, and he scores. All right. 5-2 Rochester. All right. Weigel with the draw. She gets it back to Dashinsky. She gets it forward to Barcinella. Barcinella has it. He goes into the zone. He just needs to dump it. He's trying to keep control of it. He gets it down to the middle. He's battling in the corner for it. All right, they dump it up. Dashinsky's there. Weigel gets his guy. There's a guy in the middle wide open. Good stick by Dashinsky to stop it. Barcinella's there. He gets it. He gets it to Barcinella. Barcinella tries to get it up to Pecor. Guy falls down. Pecor's got to hustle. Rochester guy beats him. Pecor goes down in the corner. Rochester has it. Eagan has numbers. Good play by Weigel. Weigel, he gets it up to Farley. Farley has it. Farley's keeping control over it. They're able to stay inside. Farley gets around his guy. He's going in for the shot. Oh, good stick at the last second. Barcinella has it. He falls down. He gets it back. Norberg has it. He shoots, gets deflected. Goes off Pecor. They're able to get it out of the zone. Farley has it again. He just dumps it down. Eagan needs to get a line change in here. Farley goes off. Schroeder moves in. Schroeder's there. It's 2-on-1. He makes a move, and he scores. Great shot by Rochester. Egan's got to pick it up. They're not playing their best hockey right now. All right, Rochester with the draw again. They move it forward. Good body by Schroeder there. He gets the puck back. He moves it forward. He's got to move it up to somebody. He's got Miller there all by himself. Miller goes. He's got Kurtz with him. Good stick by Rochester. He tries to get it to the middle. Kurtz is all tied up. He tries to move it up. He does able to get it out of the zone. They dump it back. They're going to be not offsides. Kurtz has it. He's moving forward. Just needs to dump it in. He's got 4 guys on him. They're still battling, though. Forcia has it. He gets it back. Gets it to the corner. Forcia gets it back again. Miller has it. He tries to get it to the middle. Shoots it behind the net. Kurtz going hard and after it. Gets around Dashinsky. 1-on-1 against Farley. He gets it. And great save by Dixon. Good move by the Rochester player. Gets around Farley, but Dixon makes a great save. They get it out of the zone. They're still battling for it. They try to chip it forward. Egan's going in for a line change. His guy's wide open on the corner. He gets it over to Todd. Bringing out of the net. Norberg battling hard. Brovold goes in to help. Still battling. Brovold has it. He chips it up to Meyer. Meyer has it. He's got Todd on the side. Meyer tries to go around his guy. Good stick. Gets it back to Farley. Farley has it. Gets it over to Todd. Too much stick work there, and they go off sides. All right, Brovold has it. He wins it. He takes it into the zone. He tries to get around a couple guys, not able to do so. He gets it over to Todd. They're battling on the net. They get it up to Farley. Farley dumps it back down. Gets it to Todd. Meyer goes racing into the corner. He ties his guy up. Todd ties his guys up. He tries to get it over to Brovold. Not able to connect. They dump it back. Farley goes into pinch. He keeps it in the zone. Meyer has it. He's there. Big shot. Good save by Rochester. All right, Weigel in with the draw. She gets it over to Pecor. Pecor shoots. Good save by the Rochester goalie. They get control over it. They try to dump it up to the point. He passes it over to flex off Eagan. Weigel with a great back check. Good play by Weigel. She dumps it back to Dashinsky. Dashinsky has it. He tries to get it up to Barcinella. Barcinella's got it. 2-on-2. Good play by Pecor. Pecor's by himself. Barcinella gets it back. He's battling for it, loses control of the puck. Rochester gets it. Again, they're all battling for it. People are falling down. They're not going to call anything on it. Weigel gets it back. She's going to take a shot. Shoots it wide. Rochester goes in the corner. Trying to move it forward. Schroeder there. He pinches it back in, and offsides on Egan. 4:22 left in the third period. Rochester 6, Eagan 2. Shots on goal, 18-14. All right, Rochester gets control. They move it forward. Skating hard to get into the zone. Good stick by Norberg. Norberg stops. He tries to get up to Kurtz. Kurtz didn't see it. He tries to pass it forward. Rochester gets control over it again. Forcia staying on his guy. He skates to the outside. Farley pushing him forward. Good pass to the middle. Shoots it wide. He gets control over it, shoots, and he scores. And that makes it 7-2. Rochester. All right, Brovo loses the draw. He gets it back. Everybody kind of falls down. Farley shoots it up forward. He tries to chip it up to the zone. He gets it out. Brovo deflects it back in. They're not able to keep it into the zone, though. He gets it around Norberg. Meyer goes after it. Brovo has it. They're able to chip it in. He chips it up to Norberg. He gets it up. Gets it back to the Rochester defender. Norberg loses his stick. They go back. Norberg staying hard on him. Good save by Dixon. Gets it to Norberg. Norberg tries to get it to the middle. Gets it back to Farley. It's going to be a penalty. Farley still trying. And that should be another penalty. I don't know if they're going to call two of them. And they only call one of them. Should have been two trippings. Huh? No. All right, Weigel on the draw. Rochester has it. They get it up to Schroeder. Schroeder shoots it in, deflects off of a Rochester skater. He tries to chip it around. Dashinsky's there for it. He chips it down. Weigel goes after it. He gets it in the middle. Pecor. Pecor takes a shot, deflects off the crossbar. Gets it back up to Dashinsky. Dashinsky's able to chips it back down. They're still fighting for it. Weigel has it. It's out of the zone. That's going to be offsides. All right, he goes hard at Forcia, knocks him down. They have it. Good back check by Miller. Miller staying on his guy. Schroeder deflects it off. They're trying hard to keep control over it. Forcia goes in. Forcia has it. He's got Kurtz. He goes around the guy. They can't keep control. Forcia has it. He tries to dump it. Oh, deflects. Kurtz has it. He gets it up to the point. D to D pass. Dashinsky has it. He shoots. Good save by Rochester. He tries to get it up to Schroeder. Schroeder falls down. 2-on-1. Rochester all by himself, and he scores. All right, Brovold on the draw. Rochester gets control of it. He tries to get it back to Norberg. Norberg has it. Todd takes it up. He passes it over to Brovold. Brovold loses control of it. Rochester goes in. Brovold falls down. Todd in there to help out. Able to get it out of the zone. Goes back to Norberg. Norberg has it. Tries to get it out back up into the neutral zone. He does. No one's there ready for it. Rochester dumps it down. Goes to Farley. Farley has it. He tries to get it up to Meyer. Meyer gets it out of the zone. Brovold's got to hurry. Not able to get there. Rochester gets it. He passes it over to the middle. Not able to connect. Farley goes in hard. Brovold has it. Goes around the net. Tries to make a move right in front of the net. That's not what we want to do. Loses control. They get it back. He chips it up to Meyer. Meyer has it. Meyer hurries. Makes a nice move. Gets around his guy and another good stick. Tries to chip it into the zone. Unable to. Rochester's there. They maintain control. And at this point, they're just trying to run out the clock. Oh, man, he almost scored on his own net. Rochester has it. 26 seconds left. Gets it back to Weigel. Weigel's not able to keep it into the zone. Rochester gets control of it again. Wyszynski pushes him into the corner. Tries to get it to the middle. No one's there. Schroeder goes after it, pinches the guy on the border. Weigel gets control, and they're going to call a penalty with 6 seconds left. Not really sure what the penalty was. I mean, he went into the boards, but that was a strong play, so definitely not a check. They're both going into the boards at the same time. And he's miraculously able to play again. They lose the draw. Dixon makes a save. 1 second left. Draw. Weigel gets it, and that's the end of it. All right, your final score in Rochester, 8-2. 22 shots for Rochester, 17 for Eagan. That's the end of it. We will see you later this week. Have a good night.